Honestly, not even that upset with that loss. The Avs played pretty great. They just got goalied. It happens pretty regularly in hockey. Avs lose to the Dallas Stars 4-1.
Alex Newhook!
Oh boy.
Whoa!
Obviously, you never want to see a team lose, but if you had to pick a way for them to lose, you'd take the way they played in this game every single time, and the vast majority of the time, they would not lose. The Avs outshot the Stars 47-20. The Avs had more quality scoring chances than Dallas Stars had shots on goal. The Avs played really well. Unfortunately, Jake Oettinger exists, and he had the Avs number in this game. It's that simple. Genuinely, top to bottom, I thought the Avs completely dominated Dallas in this game. Even on the power play where the Avs went 0 for 4, their power play was generating a bunch of high-danger chances. They just couldn't get one to go. Now, you could say you want the Avs to shoot the puck a little bit better, and I wouldn't disagree with that, but Oettinger also made multiple 10-bell saves, so that's just what it is. And by the end of the first, you kind of understood the feeling of this game. The Avs were pretty clearly the better team throughout the entire period, doubled up Dallas on shots, and then they give Dallas a power play, and Dallas finds a way to get on the board. Honestly, Dallas just makes a good play here. After working it back up high, they get it cross ice, and then kind of go cross ice a few times, forcing the Avs to stretch their box apart heavily, with their forwards being aggressive at the points. Once the pass comes across to the near wall, at this point, it's kind of just good play by Dallas. The Avs defend fairly well. Their forwards do a good job of getting back down while still maintaining some kind of defense from a pass back out to the up high blue lines. And from there, this puck just gets through the Avs to the opposite side, and they don't even immediately get burned. From there, you see EJ kind of rotate and have to get stuck in no man's land because the Avs are just down a guy. How do you defend the guy in front without the puck and the guy closing with the puck? It's a tough spot. If you're being extremely nitpicky here, not sure what EJ's doing with his stick here. You'd like to see him keep that out in the passing lane while he closes off the man with his body. Instead, he leaves the passing lane a little bit too open, and who else but Joe Pavelski to finish it off. NHL hockey teams are good. Dallas takes advantage of their opportunity there. I don't even hate how the Avs PK played that. They played a good PK up to that point, and sometimes a power play just beats you. So the game was far from over at that point, but you just kind of got the feeling that Oettinger was in the zone, and the Avs just weren't going to find a way to beat him because they've been due for this for a while, where even if they deserve to win the game, at least by the underlying metrics, sometimes pucks don't go your way. The Avs did get one good post in this game, so that's a thing. Also, shout out to the YouTube comments for hooking me up, getting me back on track with the bad post number. We are now actually up to 44, so that should be correct now, I think. And the second period was what it was. The Avs, and more specifically, in my opinion, Pavel Francouz, made one too many mistakes in a game that Oettinger just didn't. So a puck gets dumped in slow here, and as it's coming around, Frankie goes to play the puck, but it dies, so it doesn't really get to the trapezoid, and Frankie just kind of sits here and panics. He would have been much better off just going back to his net on this play. Instead, he waits, he loses the battle of the puck because he can't play it, and then he commits to some crazy nonsense where he goes down in the butterfly behind the net, because that's how you know good things have happened. Eventually, the play develops where it comes back out to Dickinson on the opposite side, where Frankie is still way overcommitted on the far side, and it's just over from there. The puck ends up getting knocked in, as the play cannot be stopped. The Avs obviously scrambling because they were expecting Frankie to play it out hard to them. Just play the dangle clip.
If you're a goalie, tend the goal!
Funnily enough, the Avs did not let this game get away from them, even with Dallas going up 2-0 at that point. They pretty much come right back down, and Nathan MacKinnon is so good that even a white-hot goaltender can't completely stop him. Not a lot to describe on this play, mostly just that Cale Makar and Nathan MacKinnon are better than you, and that's the end of the play. I will give credit to JT Compher doing a good job battling in front of the net. He ends up winning the positional battle, and while there may be a touch of contact with Oettinger here, he wins the battle. They don't call any goaltender interference here because he's getting pushed by the defender. So when Nathan fires this puck 5-hole, Ottinger's just a little bit off his mark and it goes in. So the Avs stay in it. They stayed competitive, and I, again, thought they played ridiculously good on the offensive side of the puck. The one real knock I think you have here is the Avs taking penalties. The first period penalty was a puck over the glass. You can say it's a dumb penalty, but everyone knows the rule, and you just can't do that. And then their other bad penalty is a too many men on the ice penalty. Another one that was clearly 6 guys on the ice. It's just a bad penalty to take, full stop. All right, let's talk about the slightly controversial goal in this game. So off the face-off on this PK for the Avs, EJ has committed extremely high in the zone on this left side, and from there, it's just bad. Pavelski recognizes it, starts cutting down this side, and the Avs are in a terrible spot as this puck gets worked around because now Pavelski is streaking towards the net completely uncontested. The Avs just have no coverage of him. You're begging Devon Toews to somehow get a piece of the pass coming through, otherwise you're in deep trouble. He does not get a piece of this pass. Francouz does make the initial save, which is great. And then from there, is there some contact from Joe Pavelski here with Pavel Francouz? Yes, absolutely. I'm not trying to say there's not. Does Pavelski go out of his way to push Francouz in the net? No. He does not do that by any stretch of the imagination, in my opinion, and the puck is still loose when he eventually knocks it into the net. I do not see how that could possibly be goalie interference. I'm pretty willing to die on the hill that that is not goaltender interference. Is there contact from Pavelski with Francouz's pad with his stick? Yes, I think there is some as Pavelski is trying to whack at the puck. Is Pavelski actively pushing Francouz in? No. Not at all. And more importantly, the big part for me is that Pavelski doesn't impede Francouz's ability to make a play and cover the puck. Francouz just misses the puck, full stop. I don't think it's goaltender interference. Perfectly fine with the goal standing. When that goal held up, you knew it was gonna be pretty tough for the Avs to come back from a 2-goal deficit at that point. Yes, they've done it a handful of times this year already, but eventually that special sauce was gonna run low a little bit. And certainly it's not for the Avs' willingness to try. Again, completely dominated Dallas in possession of this game. They made, I think they ended up with 23 high-quality chances, and one of them went in the net. So, credit to Jake Oettinger. Tip your cap. That's all you can really do. The third period was more of the same. As I'm running out of space here, this pretty much sums up the whole game. There's just no real way to be seen in the net behind Jake Oettinger because he stopped everything. That is the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching. Head on over to thednvr.com for all of our coverage. I am Rudo, and you get goalied sometimes.